Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, coming to you today. As you can see by this one, beach life. It says beach life near Tokyo, living in Shonan. And I was just watching this video, and I think this gentleman here from China, he's walking with a man, I think from the UK, and they're walking on the beach here. And I've been here to this beach actually not one time, many times, but one time I went there. And my wife said, "Don't go so near the water. Don't go near the water." And I was playing with the kids near the water, and then I dropped my smart key from my car in the ocean, and I have to leave my car parked there for 4 days while I ordered a new key. Anyway, it's a really beautiful area near Tokyo, and I was doing the research. I was just looking at listings this morning here in this sort of area, and I think this is just my opinion. I think this gentleman here has bought something in this sort of area. I think though that you'd be better to buy something in Yokohama or something closer to Tokyo, and simply just come here. It's so close by Tokyo. You just come here and use the transportation systems. There's three great lines that come here. Or I think two in particular, but the JR Tokaido line goes there, and so does the Odakyu line. So that gives you a little look on the beach. And but look at the breakup. It's you see a lot of people come here with their kids and stuff like that. And I don't think the market here in Shonan is a dead one, but I was just looking at things earlier today from the big map, and it is a little bit. I think there's stronger markets closer to Tokyo that are a little bit cheaper. But as you can see, I love this at-home page, and it just allows me to make quick assessments of the market. Now, I have other ones on my phone that display price, but when they display price, I'm unable to make a quick little assessment. I feel like it's just this AI almost that's giving me a cheat sheet. There you can see one piece of red pill here, one expensive sort of house right here that's going for $1 million, and most of the stuff is blue. I'm not saying that this market, but there you go. There's something here for, see, but there's, you could come back on me the other way, but this one is rented. It says Chintaichu for 980 mon or 980 mon. I can press this one here, and then this one here is 1,280 mon. And actually, it didn't really come to me now, but with the price is still expensive in, still expensive, very expensive in Tokyo, and becoming more expensive in Yokohama. Maybe it's gonna eventually, that price wave might come out here, or it might not, because like when I'm looking at all these sort of the supply of like blue pill or cheaper sort of houses here and like this, I'm thinking it's going to be really difficult for any of these people to sell any of their houses here. I don't know. That's just the way I kind of look at it. So I would prefer to buy something a little bit more convenient. Here's one though, but you could strike back and say that this you could get a decent house, have proximity to Tokyo, and live near the beach, and that makes a lot of sense too. I don't know, anything that we're doing on this channel is a discussion, and by no means do I know everything about everything, but let's crack this listing and have a look. Near the beach, there's all, you could strike back at me. The example I picked might be actually too close to the beach, and you could think that it's sort of it's dangerous in terms of the tsunami. Two-level wooden house built in 1987. That's not too bad. 134 meters of building or internal space in a building with 115 meters of land. It's a pretty good price. Let's have a look. And yeah, I mean, you can see right there, it's got some retail there. It looks like there's some retail here on the first floor right there. Yeah, but you could tell 1987, I'm still in high school back then. So like this house has definitely been a little weathered. And oh, but it has parking. This, I guess this is from the back side of the house, perhaps. It's so interesting looking at all this stuff. And look at that. They've established that actually might be the train lines. Look at this brilliant construction here. Look at this brilliant construction here. And there's the beach. That's how close it is to the house. Well, let's have a look. I don't think there's anything too many surprises. You can see the distance here from the beach is not very far at all. And what is that there? The Ueno Tokyo line, it says right there. Which I think this is going to be, see it says right there, that's the Tokaido line. And here's the Shonan line, which is all the, this is all the main JR line coming here from Tokyo. And I think the stations are going to be here to the left and obviously here to the upper right. We take the Google Maps Golden Guy, and we can, first of all, let's drop it down here on this little beach park down here, which I've been to before. And you can see it, I think it's Nemia N, and this is the kanji, like this is for G, and this is like for, this is Jishin. So Shonan Nimi, I think this is, oh, the Reian, I'm sorry, that's Reian, not earthquake, that's Reian. So there's a graveyard, and there's a graveyard right there, sure enough, right there. Right there on top of it, right there. And there's the coast. You're right there. That's the coast. That's how far away this house is from the coast. Let's go back here though, and let's move in closer. So that Ran was somewhere right down here, and that's probably even an ancient one. And let's maybe Google Map. They didn't go on this route. Oh, sure enough, they did. Here we can have a look at it right here. And again, this is Shoyu. Shoyu. Okay, so this used to be like a, is this the actual house? It's the actual house? This used to be like, they used to make shoyu here, or like soy sauce right here. And this is, I don't think, I think it's going to be Zonmoto, but this means like treasure. Treasure, or like, so this would be like, and this is shoyu. So they originally used to make shoyu here, and then certainly you see here there's some sort of vat and factory that, whether they're doing it here or not, we don't know, but there you go. It says Taste Kuri, and that's really, that's cool. Let's have a look here. I haven't found the house though, but this is sort of the character of definitely the sort of early Showa sort of period. Anything look here? Is it indicating the house here at all? Maybe it's on the other side of the street. That's what I've done wrong. I think it's here on the other side of the street. I got fascinated with seeing. I was kind of surprised, or abruptly surprised with seeing like a shoyu. I'll show you. Okay, and then it says the house is, yeah, that's it right there. That's the house right there from the pictures right there. So we can actually run one closer in. So this gives you an idea. This is pretty well kind of like a, almost like a key in some ways. Like this looks like a pretty, I don't know if it's dead. I can't make, I don't know, certainly I don't know whether this shoyu business is still operating here. Here it is. It might very well still be. I don't know. I can't make a real economic assessment of, but certainly there's a house that's near the beach right there. There's stronger areas that you're going to be able to purchase in, but this is an example of something. It looks like the owner is living in there right now because it does have all the flowers. I guess that would all be indicative of like when these photos by Google were taken right there. And there would have been a best time in this neighborhood where this would have been the damn nicest house in the neighborhood. I guess in 1987 when it was new at the sort of top of the bubble period, this would have been the sort of nice house in the area, because you could see that everything's a little bit older. Do we see any new builds when we come down these streets? That's what I want to see, and I'm not seeing any new builds here, and that is a problem, because when we're looking for new builds, what we see when we see a new build, we're seeing demand in the now. Okay, well there's a new build here from the early 2000s right there, and there's something right there as well. What do we have here? For cars and stuff like that, just standard sort of cars and stuff like that. But there's two fairly new sort of houses. I always try to look for something was built in the last 3 or 4 years. Is such a good indicative of like demand in the now. And I'm not seeing, although like you're seeing a lot of, we come back here on this sort of busy street right here, and there's already a lot of sort of economic activity happening on this one little street. People are moving around in their cars. People here are parking. All the parking seems to be taken up. This is a Kolshu Denwa, which is the old kind of public phones, which are just dying right now because everyone has a phone. But the infrastructure is still in place. Yeah, so I don't like my little first opinion on the cul-de-sac was it was a little dead, but I don't know what to make of it yet either. So anyway, I'm going to look at a few different sort of listings here in the Odawara area. So I don't want to get bogged down because I make these. I try to make these videos quick, but I just can't because I get bogged down in my own sort of thinking with them. Anyway, let's move on down here to the. We can see here that there's some red pill here, and I always like people to get where there's lots of red and stuff like that. We can see there's some red in here, so we know that these are $1 million sort of listings right here. So there's one place here for 1.2. Let's click it, and don't make the mistake. You can't maybe buy a $1.2 million listing. I get it, but when you see something like this, click it. Okay, click it so you can make assessments of the top end of the market, and then right away when you see this expensive stuff here that's away a little bit from Tokyo, always look for the land. Here, for example, okay, is the land size. It's 3,000 meters of land. Okay, it's a very big parcel of land. Okay, and the house is basically 2,000 meters in terms of its house. Go through the pictures right here. It's a very big piece of land. So that's what, and it's a very nice house. Yeah, it's a nice house. Wow, so you get a lot of land and you get a nice house, and that's what that one is, and that's why it's 1.3 million, I guess, right there. There's not much really to see, but there. Oh, when was this built, by the way? Built in 2002, and look at that. Is a beautiful bathroom. Oh, the marble there. It's just beautiful. Oh, look at that. That's great. Anyhow, I want to get back here. Let's close this listing or get back here to the main map, and then. But we have an idea of now what the top end of the market is. Now, as we go up here, over here to Chigasaki more, here, this is Chigasaki. There's going to be more red and everything in this area as we wait for the data to sort of fill it in, as we can see. So I can tell that this sort of area, okay, is in the now. This sort of area down here is close to it, but this one area here, if you're going to get something near Chigasaki here, okay, this is where the market is stronger. We can just see the distribution. We have this tool. We can just make an assessment by this matrix of colors that's presented us, and it seems like from the last time I was here, there's more red filling in here. So is that maybe that wave, we have to interpret that wave that's coming from Tokyo out here. It comes from Tokyo. We talked about that, how the central market in Tokyo has no supply because the people are just holding on to it because they're gold investors. And those people, for example, or the well-to-do Japanese want to own in the best areas. So it's not a scramble for just anything, okay? It's a scramble right now for quality. And that's what's going on. And that's why, okay, and for some reason this area here is deemed as more qualitatively okay, higher than this space out here in Odawara, like it or not. Granted, you could strike back at me and say, well, I can get a cheap place here and I'll have a car and I can easily access that. And you're right, that's a really good point. However, if you got your money that you worked hard for all your life and you want options, you have to try to get in the best area. So let's go back here to Chigasaki. Okay, now there's not going to be much different. Oh, this is a very nice area. It's my favorite area along the beach here, and this of course is Kamakura down here as well. So like between Chigasaki and Kamakura, this area right here with the red and stuff, you can see is very, very strong. And you know that other Japanese people, or even let's imagine that Chinese gentleman, he's a Chinese investor, maybe he's going to want to invest in these sort of more popular areas. Anyhow, let's try. I'm just going to randomly just choosing that one. Okay, so this one is 2,680 mon. Okay, let's try to choose one here that's within the but below 200,000. This would be $159,000 Canadian. This is the kanji for Chigasaki. Let's click it, have a look. And this right here, we're looking at it here. This is the bottom end of the market. Okay, we have a house built in 1975, and what we're talking on the channel, maybe there's no even any parking in this listing because they don't really start improving the foundations until the 1980s, where they make the foundation where there's parking, they build a house on top. They're not doing that, and we'll soon see. And oh, sure enough, this is exactly what they didn't. And so in a way, this is the kind of thing you don't want to be involved with. This is poor quality, and this is basically at one point when no one buys it, it's just going to be a tear down, and then someone's going to come in here, build an intelligent foundation where there's parking for it and a beautiful house, and then it's going to move. But yeah, I don't think this is one we even want to look at. So we'll come up here, back here to the master map. Pad. Is that working? Okay, it finally worked. I don't know what was wrong with my mouse there. Let's try to come here and let's choose this one right down here. This is, looks like it's by the Shonan monorail, it says. Let's see what happens here. Here's one, a 90-meter one for 2,480. What was this one over here? And here's on the Shonan monorail. This is a pretty good photo. Let's have a look. Of course, this is a little more. Okay, I'm not trying to force people up, but like I'm trying to look about this in intelligent ways. Okay, so here is a place here built in 2001. So this is relatively a newer place, and we know that people new to this channel who haven't lived in Japan a long time. Now, what happens? The Japanese public after the 1970s starts to demand more of the industrial production for themselves. Prior in the 60s, 50s, or the 60s, we have a useless war in the 40s. Okay, we have a useless war. They kill all the people on both sides, have a useless war. Okay, they burn the nation. None of this needed to happen. Okay, and they're rebuilding in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and they're trying, because they're rebuilding, they're trying, and they have to rebuild from basically zero because it's been firebombed, okay, by Curtis LeMay. Okay, all the surplus is going back into the country, and it's not going into the lifestyle. But finally, in the 70s, people in Japan start to demand more, and that's why in the 1980s the housing starts to be designed in more intelligent ways because people want more. They're demanding more. This looks like so we know that the house in 2001 is just going to be it's going to be a better design, and we know the windows here in the window technology improves everywhere. This is a very nice house. These nice beams. It's a good house. Improves here in the 1990s, and you can see it. And then when the windows improve, the sliding of the windows improve, but so does the insulation. It's a good house. Sorry. Little history lesson. I guess when I do the history lessons like that, I can flip through the pictures better. Okay, but you see like a kitchen here from the early 2000s, but this looks nice to me. I don't think you need to, if you anything you wanted to improve, maybe you could just redo the tile. I don't think it's not, or you can, and if you wanted to put in a new fan or something like that, you could actually you could keep this whole kitchen here and just redo these sort of, take the hinges off here, get some really fresh wood, and I've done it myself before, and you could just redo all this with some really cool nice wood, or you could paint it. And like these kind of fans, which are known as senpuki, these are all standard, and it's not marble, this is a composite. So and this doesn't look to be anything wrong with that at all. Keep going through the pictures. There you go, right there. Parking for two. There you go. Parking for two. 1, 2. Okay. Muteki. Right? There you go. This is a good house. It's going to move. Yeah, this is going to move. Nice house. Yeah. So that you can see then that basically 3,000 mon gives you everything you want in Chigasaki, and that includes options. You get a house with a nice house with everything, and in the future you can sell it. Okay. So there you are, there's options. There's other things you can do though. You could go into the condominium space in closer, if this budget is too high for you, okay, and you can't get a house, then you can just go into the Yokohama condominium space and get a condominium. Okay, like you can't get everything. Okay, like, and now I'm just speaking to what the market's giving us, and this is kind of what the market is giving us. Be interesting to see what we could change the. I'd like to come back here to the master map though, and change one thing on it right here, which would be where is it here? Okay, that's ekikara kenbutsu menseki toka. I have to come here. I didn't know I was that far down. I'm trying. Where's it? Chikunanen. I'm trying to set it so that it's like a recent ekikara. Here we go, right here. Okay. This is anything that's built within 3 years. Okay, and let's watch, or we could even do 5. Let's do 5 so we could. Let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so there we go. So then something that was built within 5 years. Let's have a look at the cheapest one right down here that was in the best area. And 95 meters for 400, and that was probably built 5 years ago. Let's have a look at it right there. Okay, now this 400,000 gives you something that's basically brand new, which gives you, so for $100,000 more, you could live in this for 5 years and you would have no problem selling it. Okay, this is Chigasaki. Really good address. Let's have a look at it. 95 meters of internal space, 78 meters of land, 2-story. It's going to be just a wooden house. And we'll go through the pictures. There it is right there. In a way, I like the one for 3,000 won better. But this is just and you can see what they did. This property was subdivided last year, and 3 houses are here because the Tokyo market is hot. And where are people going to first before they're going to Odawara? They're going here to Chigasaki. And the indication is a building company, okay, came here and they subdivided it. Okay, so someone else, not me with them making videos on it, someone else, a construction company from this area, decided to do this. So this is because they've analyzed the trend. Okay, so, and I've mentioned in other videos, you want to go against this trend? Are you that confident? It's just a trend, and you can see. There you go. It's cool. 2024. There's the 3 houses. You can see them. The 3 pigs. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, there's nothing special. These are Panasonic homes, which are prefabricated homes. Okay, there's nothing special about them. There you go. But they're establishing that they're all new. And I was talking to a guy in Tokyo a couple of months ago, and then he's put lots of these together. Anyhow, there you go. This is the bottom end of the new supply. So when we come back here, well, that's the very bottom. Okay, that's like the very bottom brand new house. But we know when we come back here, this is a brand new house. Let's click it. Click this stuff and have a, like, I know you don't want to spend $1 million. I get it, but click it and have a look at what it is, because that's how you learn pricing. See, 2 million. It's $2 million. Ichioku hasen happyakuman. We've got to have a look at it. Got to have a look at it. And for me, that's how I learn markets, from looking at different kinds of supply. And it's really nice. I want to see, first thing I want to see when I see a big price is how much land comes with it when you see a big price. And you can see 188 meters of land. So, you know, not that one for 1.3 million look pretty good too now, because you got 1,900 meters of land. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's going to move. Oh, I like it. Oh, I do like it. I try to always talk it down. Look at these. These used to be, remember these kind of, yeah, these remind me of those sort of cinder blocks they used to have in the 1970s for building like walls and stuff like that. And they're now being used in an interior of a counter. Oh, I love it. Oh, the irony of it all. Oh, it's a nice house. And that's why it's $2 million. Look at that bath. See? Like, yeah, see? This is beautiful. This is a beautiful bathroom. Like, I've done this in one unit where I put the wood on the ceiling of the bathroom. I just love how it looks with the tile. It just looks a beautiful look with it. Here you go, deal man. This is a kind of a stylish house. for you, deal man. Not so utility. Yeah, this the deal man and I have a relationship offline on stuff, and he's a realtor in the Toronto market, and he always, or was not always, but he's kind of right, is that a lot of the stuff on the bottom end of the market is very utilitarian. Okay, but you can see now that there's an aspect, like, because a lot of people just see these empty homes. I called the guy show the other day, but it's not show, it's should. Okay, and because he's giving all these empty home stuff, so everybody has this idea. I went to my mechanic's shop the other day to get a car that I just brought into Canada to get it inspected, and he was like, "Oh, Tokyo, I heard the real estate's cheap there." So like this empty home stuff, it's just even got back to my mechanic who's from the Punjab, and he lives in Surrey. Okay, and then he was like, "Oh, the real estate in Tokyo is cheap." So like there's still an element of Japanese society, okay, that is like can afford this. Okay, and keep in mind that the Japanese people, this is a beautiful little room right here. I just love the style and stairs right there. The jacuzzi outside. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have to say anymore. I just have to flip through these pictures. So there's an element, okay, of the Japanese population that are still doing very well. Okay, and they after let's say this owner of this house was your friend, and you went, like, let's just say, put yourself in the shoes that you're a wife of let's say this is owned by a company's president, and they have the employee come over who's 40 or 35 years old, and he comes with his wife, and after they come here to this nice new house, are they going to want to move back to the IKEA that they lived in, that they grew up in the 1980s? No, it's not going to happen. They don't want to live there because the people that lived in those houses, or the people that are buying these houses, they grew up in the IKEAs, and they're damn cold, and their family still has one. Okay, anyway, Tokyo, this is great. This is a very nice house, and you can see this was built in 2024, and it is. This is a 2025 house. It's just now. It's just a now house, and they did a really good job on it. Really good job on it. So yeah, I think it's going to move. Anyway, another look at the market here in Shonan. If the one things that we can take from it that are really good, you just got to be really careful. Let me put the Chikunan in. No, let's just Seigen Nash. I'm going to put it to Seigen Nash. Oh God, is that working, Tokyo Real Estate Man? What are you doing? Oh, there we go, right there. And there it goes. Shite Nashi. Okay, and that'll give all the supply back. Okay. So you can see right there as the matrix sort of fills out. This is a sort of pattern you want to kind of see. You kind of want to see, and then you want to sort of, I just want to see a healthier market. And when you're here in Chigasaki, it's sort of healthier, okay, than we saw down here in Odawara, okay? It's just a fact, okay? Anyway, you're interested in buying that house for $1.8 million, that's in Canadian, you can always come here to my Instagram and DM me, and me and Nakamura, we get that one for you. Here's the Instagram. I invite you to follow Tokyo Real Estate Man website. If you're one of those people, this is the Delica I told you about the other day where my mechanic said Tokyo houses are cheap. Anyhow, a little detachment, Latka's his name. We get along really well though. Failing that, you can always come here to my old school website, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. 2 ways of contacting me. You can always do the simple email version, which is right there with my name. Old school Yahoo from the 1990s. You can hit the contact box, it'll bring you here, and you can leave me a nice little message. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, looking at some stuff in Odawara. Arigatou gozaimasu. 今日の動画はもう終わりです。お疲れ様です。